This is Google Colab Tutorial for Beginners, Part 5. Google Colab is an awesome, free web-based Jupyter Notebooks platform. You can write and share Python code, text, audio, image, video, tables, and plots for data visualization. And the best thing for Python beginners is that you don't need to download or install anything to get started. Number 9 here, how to display a YouTube video. So once again, we're going to use the display module. I'm going to insert a code cell here. I'm going to say display dot YouTube video right there. Open parenthesis, open quotation marks. Now I'm going to go to the video I want to show, this one here, and all I have to do is to copy these letters and numbers here. Everything that's appearing to the right of the equal sign. Sometimes it'll be something like and t equals 30s. If this is what you see, what you have to do is you ignore all these things that are there to the right here. So the equal sign, the t, and this ampersand, and you're going to copy the rest up until the other equal sign. This is what you need, the ID for the video that you want to play. I'm going to copy, come back here, I'm going to click in between the quotation marks, click Control V to paste it, and run it. Let's see if it works. And it does. So now I've embedded a video, one of my videos here. If I click on it, it's going to stop playing. I can hear it. I'm not sure whether you can, but it's, as you can see, it's playing. Next on our list here, number 10, how to add links to other online content. So I'm going to highlight this one by clicking on it. I'm going to insert a text. Okay, and here in this context, you'll see this in this context menu, there's a little link sign. I'm going to click on it once. Okay. In between the brackets, I'm going to write the name I want to see show up as a link. I'm going to say cold like a lawyer. That's the name of my YouTube channel. As you can see, the link already shows up on the right hand side. And now I'm going to copy the address for my YouTube channel. I'm going to copy the whole thing. Copy. Let's see if it works this way. I'm going to click right after the 2 forward slashes. It should work now. Whereas before, the first time I did it, I had HTTPS twice. So let's see if it works now. Click on it. There you go. So this is how you insert a link to a different online website inside Colab. Now, sometimes you're preparing a class, you're doing a lesson, let's say you're doing a lesson involving math, and there's especially a formatting math expressions and math equations that you can easily do with Colab as well. I'm going to show you that to you here today. So what you see down here, you see there's a couple of equations, but they don't look like you see them in the math book. And in order to make this look better and better formatted, all you have to do is to click on this cell a couple of times so you get into it. And now you're going to put these expressions, these equations inside dollar signs. So you, as a prefix, and here as well at the tail. As you can see on the right hand side, he has already reformatted what we had here before. See, it looks way different. Now it looks like a real equation. I can do the same thing with this other equation here. I'm going to put dollar signs before and after. And as you can see, it's already formatted here. It looks pretty good. I'm going to click outside of this cell. And you have now your math. These are actually equations, not expressions. Okay. What else? Another very cool feature of actually using Colab to do presentations and to write code and to experiment with data science and everything else is to be able to share your notebook. Sometimes there's a problem with the code, you want somebody else to take a look at it, you can just share that the same way you would share anything that you have in your Google Drive. So you come up here on the right, the top right, you click on share. There's a couple different ways that you can do this. You can add the email address of the people you want to share this with. If you're enjoying the content of this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next videos. And stick around because at the end of this series, I'm going to be showing you some very cool data visualization techniques. Or you can simply get a link here. But right now it says if anyone on the internet with this link can view it. I could change this, make it more restricted. I could just say, well, I want this restricted. But it's not what I want. What I want is to allow anybody with a link to actually to be able to not only view as a viewer, but also to comment on the code. So I'm going to click on this here. That's the permission I'm giving for the person to be a commenter. The person can write comments on my notebook. And then I'm going to copy this link and press done. Okay. Now, if I go to a different, let's say I right click and paste this over here, let's see what happens. Now I have access to that same notebook. That's pretty convenient. And of course you can change those permissions at any time. So that's it. That's how you share a notebook. And let's see if I forget anything that I wanted to talk about. Oh, comments. You can write comments by clicking here, but you can also, I think the better way that I find is that if I want to make a comment about anything, especially now that if I'm sharing my notebook, I want somebody to make a comment, I want them to make a comment on a very specific cell. So I highlight the cell that I want to make a comment on, and I come here to this context menu where it says add a comment, and I click add a comment. Now I get to write first comment, and I click on comment. Now it's there. Now if I send this notebook, if I send a copy of it to somebody else, that person can actually comment back. Let me see if I can just comment back on this one here. Let me go to this one. Let's see if that comment will show up here. It says right here, first comment by Caesar on this one here. So I could resolve. Oh, I just erased it. I could have written the comment back. That's what I wanted to show and I couldn't show. So let me see if we can just do this again. I'm going to write a comment here. Second comment. I'm going to write comment. Okay. Now I'm going to go on the other copy of it. Let me see. It's right there. Now I go to the three dots and I can edit it. Now I can reply to it. Cool. Reply. And that's it. And if I want to resolve it, or once I reply, so the original owner of this notebook can just say, well, I'm going to resolve this here. Okay, that's how you share a notebook. As a bonus now, what I'm going to show you is how to visualize data, a data set actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a code cell down here. I'm going to import Seaborn as SNN, which is a convention. I'm going to run this here, see if it works. Okay. And now that I've imported Seaborn, Seaborn is a visualization library for Python. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check. This video is part of a 6-part tutorial on Google Colab. So to get the most out of this tutorial, make sure to watch the entire series. Some data sets that Seaborn brings built in. So I'm going to insert another line of code here. I'm going to do SNS dot get dataset names. I'm going to run this. And as an output, it gives me a list of all the datasets, the built-in datasets that Seaborn brings with it. Okay, all of these. It's pretty cool. So I can play with any one of them.